Beal with the basketball. Fred Van Riesig on the catch and shoot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up a three.
Beal, no foul.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Fred VanVleet to Beal. Richardson, tough matchup against Durant.
Jacob, what are you doing? Why are you turning the other way?
Fred
The
VanVleet
floor.
to Beal. Gets to the basket and scores.
There's certain guys.
Beal to VanVleet. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Goes to the left side. Oladipo the slam.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Here comes the screen. Beal. Shot. Beal. Rises for the slam. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the game.
Oladipo guarded by Beal. They call it from in close, no good.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration for it.
Toronto has the basketball. Beal. And the denial.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
They'll recover. 4 to shoot. And that one is out. Fred VanVleet. Beal. Bradley Beal. Missed his first. That one goes.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Victor Oladipo. Fred VanVleet. Able to convert inside.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Not that time. He misses. Fred VanVleet. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
I'm not going to take over this game myself.
And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Fred VanVleet surveys the floor. Good. Off a spin.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Fred VanVleet. No, I missed a short one there.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs.
Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
The shot, no good. To Van Vliet. Beal. Off the assist.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Easy path to the rim.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Beal. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Indiana with the basketball. Oladipo. Count the basket at the rim.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Screen coming. Can't miss those. To Oladipo. Lets it fly from long range. Josh Jackson looking to take that next step in his young career.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Not going to have it this time.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
And the finish, slam dunk.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who can differentiate themselves.
Fred Van Vliet. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Pacers with the possession. Slam dunk. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
To work. Unfortunately, Bobby Lashley saw something in the Street Profits. It is paying off. I'm better than.
New blood coming in for both sides. It goes down.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Pacers control. Oladipo. Oh, he had it. Short jumper misses. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
in the lane won't go. Oladipo. DiVincenzo. Josh Jackson tips it. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. DiVincenzo. Pascal Siakam. Nerlens Noel swats it. That'll get out off one of the Pacers. Oubre. Off the assist.
As my mother would say to the defender, F for results.
Short jumper stays out. For three. Drains it.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a...
Stuffs it down with authority. Late heave to beat the buzzer. We played a quarter here on Valentine's Day. Jay and I are back after this. It's a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. Good start to this one. After one quarter play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Yes, Victor Oladipo. With that, he's 5 for 9.
The NBA's most improved player was a guy that always invested in himself, both on and off the court, but he always put in the work to be better. Was a sponge for information, an insatiable appetite to be the best. But the difference is, he's believing in himself. Whether that's singing at the NBA award show or performing at the highest level on the court, it's safe to say that Victor Oladipo has officially arrived.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
And counted at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's Indiana basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Add 2 points to the board.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Kennard. Won't go. To Oladipo. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Oladipo's shot no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Oubre to Luke Kennard. To DiVincenzo. Here's a chance from long range. They were ready for DiVincenzo on that three. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
At the line. First free throw is good. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. To Oladipo. Reset here. Let's see what they do. In a flash. Scores at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Beal. Scores from the post.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Oladipo. Beyond the arc for 3. Rebound Oubre.
One of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Has a chance. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Toronto with the basketball. Beal. Probing the defense to Richardson. Josh Richardson, 2 of 4 now.
Did you see that change of direction mid-fight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Oladipo matched up with Beal. To Durant. Fires the 3. Misfires. It's no good. To Kelly Oubre. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Beal. Bradley Beal. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Beal to Richardson. Oh, nice.
Nobody guarding Beal, man.
You need to finish just like that.
Yes, And the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good. A 3-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Beal to Van Vliet. To Beal. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Oladipo guarded by Beal. Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to.
Fred Van Vliet knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
A couple of cracks at the line now.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Good shot. Here we go. My ball, my ball.
Beal to Van Vliet. Nothing going here on that drive. To Beal. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Durant stuffs it down with authority. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Time to shuffle things up. Fred Van Vliet. Got it.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Slams it down. 2 points. And the defender's lucky there wasn't more.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Beal. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
For 3. That out of his range and no good. Toronto has the basketball. To Beal. Turns and slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Missed it at the line.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Oladipo to the rim. Flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
To Oladipo from long range. He has yet to hit one tonight. No good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
And draws the foul.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Bradley Beal, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 79% at the line. First one, count it. And he makes them both.
A handle? Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession.
Has a look. Not that time. It's the Raptors with the basketball to Beal. Here comes the screen. Beal. Offensive board. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Richardson against KD. Throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Over to the right side. Durant. No good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Gets it to go. And the foul.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good. A three-point play as they move in front here just before the break.
I got him. Here we go.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Oladipo. buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
The Pacers are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Indiana Pacers.
This guy sucks.
The Raptors are keeping things competitive after 2 quarters. And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up. These are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Bench points.
The NBA season is long, and these days, starters take rest days. And that's why it's so important to have bench players that can be productive like we're seeing here today.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Indiana with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. To Jaren Jackson. Has a chance? Yes. It drops. Little drama on that one.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
And he finishes at the rim.
It has been. The passing has been great, but the precision of the passing has been next level. Every pass has been delivered right in the pocket, ready for the player to either shoot or dunk the ball.
Beal to Van Vliet. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Oladipo into the front court. The lead stands at 9. Kevin Durant lets it fly. No good.
That's where Kevin Durant cannot shoot at all.
Fred Van Vliet. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Here on their home
They
floor.
got
They're
41
chipping away.
points.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ballgame.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
Here comes
The mobility